This is the fourth time I've had to record this video today. There are four fantastic movies left on this wheel, and we're going to get one of them done today. I'm guessing Last Crusade or Ace Ventura. I'm incredible. Let's do a quick rewatch of Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura: Pet Detective isn't one of the most emotional films ever. It doesn't even have like that much heart, but it's just pure fun. And it didn't do terribly at the box office either. So this was back when Jim Carrey wasn't that big of an actor. And so when he finally got his own solo film here, it did big. Like, not as big as the other two films. Like, okay, this is the second highest grossing Jim Carrey movie of 1994. It beat Dumb and Dumber, but it didn't beat The Mask. The Mask did better because The Mask came out after this movie, so people were more inclined to go see a Jim Carrey movie after they knew this one was really good. Because this one is really good. Let's check where this movie ends up on the Jim Carrey tomato meter. Let's see. This movie, see, it's not like the best. It's not like even the richest movie. It's just pure fun, which is why I think it's ranked number 18. It's a 47%. That is wrong. It's a good movie. How did Bruce Almighty get a 49%? Who was checking these? How did Horton Hears a Who get number 5? Okay, well, a lot of films beat this one. I thought it'd be pretty high. So, yeah, The Mask and Dumb and Dumber are higher movies than this on Tomato Meter. But this is better because this has made me roll on the floor multiple times every time I rewatch this movie because it's just so well thought out in its jokes. It's a sports movie, technically, and I still love it. But looking at this, it doesn't scream sports. This doesn't look that interesting. If I saw this on the store shelf, a pet detective does not sound like the greatest thing in the world. But after watching it, it's the greatest thing ever. They took this stupid concept of a pet detective and put Jim Carrey on it, and it's amazing. Also, the way I held my phone today during the video was like kind of mimicking what he does here, you know? So yeah, this film is really funny. It's not emotional or anything. I'm not emotionally attached to this. It's just one of the greatest movies of all time because it's so dang funny, you know. So let's see what it, like. I'll talk more about it in just a second. I just want to see where it's ranked on my Letterboxd. Let's go through here. Let's go lists. Best. It's ranked number 17. So it's below Toy Story, but above Last Crusade. Which, I mean, Last Crusade might actually be a little bit better than this. But this is just way too funny for that. Last Crusade, Last Crusade is like a better movie than a lot of these movies, but like, I think actually Toy Story needs to be moved down. Toy Story is good, but it's not that good, you know. Like, Toy Story needs to go like down here. There we go. That's perfect. That's a perfect list right there. So yeah, it's not as good as The Grinch, ironically, but it's not as good. Like, you know. Can you not? This is gonna be like when I get a girlfriend. She'll just be like, she'll be making like noise. Like, nothing against if I ever get one, and she's like that, but she'll just be yelling in the other room and be like, "Can you not?" I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. This movie's amazing. So let's talk about plot. This plot, like a movie opens up with just this delivery driver, Jim Carrey, delivering a package to this person. You may be thinking, what's happening? And this actually kind of relates to something that's happening in my summer reading project where I have to read Lord of the Flies. It opens up with like we don't even know what's going on. So that's what I had to do an assignment about. So I'm an expert on this. So it opens up, then he steals the dog and returns it to his owner. And he's a pet detective. He goes home and there's all these animals here. It's just like so funny. Like that scene is so good with all the animals in his apartment. And so then we find out the Miami Dolphins mascot has been kidnapped, and thankfully they show it on screen, so they don't have to tell us in a different scene like that. That's the good stuff right there. And so, like, they hire Ace Ventura. And Ace Ventura, and I forget her name. I know, what's her actress name? Courtney Cox. Courtney Cox is her name. Who does Sean Young play in this? Hang on. Oh, okay. So yeah, Jim Carrey teams up with Courtney Cox, who plays Melissa. And they go through all this, and it's just one big antic. And it's like you really have to watch the movie to really understand it. There's not like I can't really explain it to you. But you don't come to Ace Ventura first, or you come for more of the comedy, which I think was why the sequel kind of fell off. I've seen parts of the sequel, but it just kind of fell off because I feel like that was more with the story than an actual like comedy, you know. So yeah, Ace Ventura. This is a really long video, mainly because I don't have much to say about it than other. It is a riot. It is so funny. The story is really just there for Jim and Carrey to get laughs. It's not, you know, like the story is like they just kind of like, sure, that works, I guess, because you're just coming to see Jim Carrey be a riot, and so he just kind of stuck him in a story, which this works for this movie. It doesn't for some others, but it does work here. So yeah, this movie is a 9 out of 10 because it's this comedy. If it didn't have Jim Carrey in it, it might go way down because this story is not the most interesting, but with Jim Carrey, it gets real interesting. Boom, 3 movies left. I'm gonna guess. I think I'm gonna guess Liar. No, I think Last Crusade or Dark Knight's gonna be next. Which isn't much to say. I have a 2 out of 3 chance, but you know, Ace Ventura is good. The rest of these movies are good. I think I only have 2 10 out of 10s left to talk about. And then I should talk about. You know, if you go back, I did a poll, Pixar, Star Wars. I can kind of figure it out. I'll do both eventually, but we'll talk about those in a different video. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.